but it is getting colder. Fish, would you skate to work, or ski to work, I should say?
Maybe snowmobile. I'll cheat and use an engine. No, Shannon, leave it to Wisconsinites to find the upside of all of this, make some light out of all this. Speaking of light, I still see a little sunshine out there. Sunset tonight isn't until 5:32, so we're making progress. I'm going to get to more of that in a little bit. Current temperature in Port Washington, 24, but still a little breezy with 16-mile-per-hour winds sustained. Now let's talk about that sunset because we are gaining more and more daylight, about 3 minutes of daylight per day. And what does that add up to? About 20 minutes of daylight per week. So maybe you're noticing those later and later sunsets and earlier sunrises. You're not crazy. It is happening. It's great, a sign of spring, but I wish we could do something about the temperatures, but at least it's going to be quiet tonight. No watches, warnings, or advisories. Nothing with wind, nothing with snow, but it still is breezy out there. Now, I want you to remember this. The average high of 35 degrees, that's what our average high should be. Like, we should be bumping into that every day. Not quite today. They'll made it to 30 in Milwaukee, but what's on the way? Some cooler temperatures for tomorrow. Mid-20s, Sioux Falls, barely making it to 19 in Bismarck. That's on the way for tomorrow. Currently, it's 29, Milwaukee, 28, Racine, 26, West Bend, and Fond du Lac. But remember, we have to factor in the winds. It still is breezy out there, but not windy. Not as windy as it was as far as last night. It's currently 16, West Bend, Port Washington. That's what the wind chills feel like. 22 in Racine and only 13 in Waukesha. So it still feels like the middle of winter, and guess what? That's just going to continue with the wind and the cold because we have Arctic high pressure in charge. Here's kind of the boundary line of the warmer temperatures to the south, but the warmer temperatures are going to stay there, and we're just going to be caught in that cold. So more cold again for tonight and tomorrow. And tomorrow night, you know the pattern. It's like most of this winter. It has just been cold. So the breezy conditions stick around as well, and also it's going to be cold, at least compared to average. Tomorrow, the next day, the next. We'll get to the 10-day in a little bit. See this weak little disturbance? That's going to pass on through Monday night. Could bring us real light snow, but again, I emphasize light snow. But no snow tonight. 10 in Milwaukee and by the lake, 4 Waukesha and inland, and it's going to be breezy. Tomorrow, colder than it was today, but you're going to have plenty of sun, 22 degrees. As far as tomorrow night, single digits again. Look at Waukesha, only 2, and it's going to be breezy. More of the same on Monday, increasing clouds, only 20 degrees. Again, that chance for a little light snow on Monday night shouldn't be anything heavy. And remember, I talked about the average high should be 35 degrees. Look at this whole upcoming week. 14 Wednesday, 12 Thursday, 17 Friday. Shannon, we just can't catch a break. I mean, we've got the Arctic air just trapped. I have no 30s in the next 10 days. This winter has been unbelievable.
But at least we get 3 more minutes of sunlight each day.
You're right. The silver lining.
The silver lining.